It's finally time, guys. I'm gonna read Keeping 13. If you don't know, I read Binding 13 2 years ago. Let's see what day it was. May 11th, 2023. Someone commented on that video, please read the next book and make another reading vlog, please. And I didn't see it until I posted my cozy night routine 4 days ago. I felt so bad, and I'm like, okay, I need to do it now. Like, I need to read it, and I miss this universe, I miss these characters. I've been wanting to read it anyway, so now that I'm making videos again, I'm like, why not? And then I can respond to that comment after I post this and be like, hey, so please don't hate me, but I finally did it. Full transparency, I obviously haven't read the first book in over 2 years, so I might have forgotten some things, but I'm hoping by reading this it'll come back to me. I don't want to reread the first one because it's huge. Like, this one's obviously the second one, but it's about as big as this one. So we're gonna just jump back in with this one and hope I remember things. Also, I have read the first half of this one. I read the first half of this one right after Binding 13, but I did not make a reading vlog about it because I was just gonna do a Binding 13 reading vlog and then not do a reading vlog for the rest of the series. Then I saw that comment and I was like, oh, I gotta do it. So now I'm gonna do it. I think I stopped reading this one halfway through because it's like a brick. Like, it's genuinely heavy to read it. It's like a workout. And I got a Kindle now, so now I can read it on my Kindle instead. And I think that will motivate me more to read it because, like, I genuinely think that's why I stopped halfway through, is because I was just tired of holding it and tired of reading these tiny little words. I'm not gonna start where I left off because I genuinely don't remember any of this one. But I do remember a lot of Binding 13, so I think it's okay. Also, I've been sick, so I'm sorry about my voice if you can tell. Okay, I downloaded it and now I'm gonna start reading and I'll keep you updated. This will have spoilers in it, by the way. This is not a spoiler-free vlog, so keep that in mind. I filmed that first clip at like 4 and now it's 11, so it's been a little bit, but I only read about 10% of the book, which is about 60 pages. I just kept falling asleep. Not because the book is boring, I think I'm just tired because I've been sick and I wasn't sleeping very well while I was sick. And so I'm trying to like catch up on sleep now. Yeah, so I didn't read as much as I would have liked, but I guess I needed to sleep, whatever. I'm definitely enjoying the book so far, though. I am remembering stuff that I read the first time I read it through, and I haven't forgotten anything from the first book yet, except character names. I don't know why. I don't typically forget character names, but for some reason I didn't remember who Joey was when I first started this book. Other than character names, I remembered everything so far that I've needed to know from the first book to understand this one. So that's been good. And I do remember, like I said, stuff from this one that I read the first time. I read half of it, but not enough to just skip to the halfway point again. Like, I definitely need to reread it or I wouldn't understand the rest of the book, I don't think, because it's blurry for sure. I remember Darren coming back now, and Johnny going to see Shannon at the hospital, which is happening right now. That's like the last thing I read, is Johnny going to Shannon's hospital. I am curious to know about Darren and whether he's gonna help or hinder them by coming back, because I don't remember that part. If I even got that far last time, I don't know. And obviously I'm on Joey's side because he did everything he could to protect those kids, and Darren left, but I also understand him leaving. Like, I understand him just needing to protect himself and leave as soon as he could. Like, he didn't have the time or resources to figure out how to help all the other kids because he was 18 years old. You know, he was still a kid himself, basically. So, like, I do understand his point of view as well, and so I'm curious to know if they come around and start to understand him. I also hate Shannon's dad, obviously. Literally, like, I forgot how angry he made me when I read the first book, and now I'm feeling it all again. I'm gonna read a little bit more before I go to sleep, but probably not much because I need to be up early. I just got to the part where Shannon like shows Johnny her bruises and stuff, and I forget how nice he is to her, and like, they are just so tender. I'm so glad to be back in this universe. I really am. Thank you to that person that commented on my Binding 13 reading vlog that I didn't see until just now. Also, I understand their like apprehension towards their mother and Darren being like she's a victim too, and Joey and Shannon being like, but she watched us get abused and did nothing about it. Like, I definitely understand both sides of that, because she is a victim, but also she is an adult and just watched her kids be abused and did nothing about it. So like, I definitely understand both sides of that, and I'm interested to see if they ever like come around to forgiving their mother or like having a relationship with her at all, or if they just completely cut her off. You've got a big storm coming. I'm gonna call it a night. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna read a little bit more, but I'm gonna call it a night for you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow, probably. It's the next night. I haven't had any time to read today yet again, but I did end up reading until 2 a.m. this morning, and I read through page 148 on my Kindle, which is 23% of the way through the book. They just said, "I love you." Johnny said it first. I don't remember if they said it in the first book, but from context clues and from how they made it seem in this book, I think it was their first time saying it, I'm pretty sure. Shannon just slept over at Johnny's house, and I fear they are about to get in trouble. That's okay. I think it was worth it to have them like have a moment together finally. Shannon is much stronger than I am for many reasons, but one of them is her mom and Darren are trying to keep her away from Johnny, and they both have kind of valid reasons. Like, obviously I am rooting for Shannon and Johnny, and I do think they'll end up together because it's a romance series. Like, I'm almost certain they're gonna end up together, at least I hope they do. But Shannon's mom is like, basically you're trauma bonding with him, and like, you're vulnerable right now and you shouldn't be getting into a relationship. And if I were Shannon, I would be like, ooh, you're kind of right. Actually, I don't know if I would if I were in her situation, because like, she loves Johnny and finds solace when she's with him. Johnny's the only person that like makes her feel safe right now, and so like, just let her be, you know, just let her feel safe for a minute, because her whole life she's felt unsafe because of her dad. So like, just let her live for a minute. I'm gonna keep reading. It's currently 10:11. My Kindle is restarting. Oh no. I guess I'm gonna let it do that, and then I'm gonna read until I go to bed. I do want to say that I'm not on the mom's side. Like, I understand trauma bonding being a concern, but that is no reason to kick Johnny out of your daughter's hospital room when she just got beaten by her father and almost died, and you watched it happen. Like, just let her have 2 seconds of peace. He makes her happy, he makes her feel calm, he makes her feel safe. Just let her be. She almost died, and you sat there and watched it happen. Yes, trauma bonding is a concern. I am completely on Shannon's side. Like, she needed to see Johnny in that moment, and that's gotta be fine for now. Also, I say Shannon is much stronger than me because her mom around that time also was like, he's just like your father was at his age, talking about Johnny. Like, if I were Shannon, I would be shaking in my boots. I would be like, oh my god, Johnny's just like my dad was, and my dad became the man he is now. I would be terrified if my mother told me that. And I honestly thought that was gonna cause like a rift in their relationship, her and Johnny. Like, I honestly thought that was gonna like make her a little bit distant from Johnny for a minute, and I would have understood if it did, because your mom telling you that he's just like your abusive father that almost killed you, yeah, I would be concerned, and I would be a little distant from that man personally for a little bit at least. So props to Shannon for like standing up for herself and being like, no, he's not like my father. Ignore my retainer, but I forgot to mention that Joey overdosed, or at least took a lot of stuff, and Johnny and Gibbsy like showered him, gave him new clothes, and like, Johnny is letting him use his bed because Joey crashed in it. So Johnny's sleeping on the couch even though he just had an injury and had to get surgery and everything. They are definitely indeed getting in trouble. The next chapter starts with, I knew I was in trouble before I even opened an eyelid. I love Johnny's mom. They were so scared that they were getting in trouble because she started crying when she saw Shannon at her house, but it's because of Shannon's bruises, and she felt so bad. My love for her was confirmed even more when she fought with Shannon's mom. I love her. Like, she literally had to be dragged away by Johnny. It's going too far. Like, I understand the trauma bonding being concerning, but even Darren now is like, you need to back off to their mom. Because their mom is still very much like, he's just like your father. He's gonna be just like your father. That's such a bad thing to say. And Shannon said it so well. She was like, you're taking the only person I feel safe with away from me, or something like that. Which is so true. Like, she's doing the complete opposite of what she should be doing to try to earn Shannon's trust back. Which I don't think she ever will earn Shannon's trust back. Like, I would completely understand if she never earned Shannon's trust back. If she wanted to, she's doing the complete opposite of what she should be doing by taking away someone Shannon feels safe with. Like, Shannon's never gonna trust you. You're never gonna be a mother figure to her. But I do think Johnny's mom will be a mother figure to her. At least I hope so. And maybe even to the other kids. I think it would be cool if Johnny's mom, like, became a mother figure to all of those kids. Because I think she could, you know, feed them and love them like a mother and support them and whatnot. I think it would be cool if she, like, had a part in the younger kids' lives and Joey's life, of course, along with Shannon. I wish Shannon had the same support system that Johnny has, and all the other kids, Joey, Tig, Ollie, Sean, but they don't, and it's really sad. Hello, it's the next day. I did end up reading again last night up until like 2 a.m. again, 1:30, and I finished chapter 30 and I read 31 this morning, so I'm 36% of the way through the book, I think. Yeah, so I'm on chapter 32, and Darren just put his hands on Shannon, and Johnny got really mad at him. They are officially boyfriend and girlfriend now, so that's exciting. Obviously, I like Gibbsy a lot. He makes some comments that are a little crazy, but I do have to remember that this story is based in like 2000s, early 2000s, so like those jokes were more widely used. Other than that, he's really funny. Like, genuinely, I laugh out loud at things he says sometimes. So I really appreciate the comedic relief, if you will. And I'm excited about his book. Him and Johnny were just talking about like what he wants to do with his future, and he's decided that he might want to do rugby instead of like going to college and stuff. And so him and Johnny are talking about that, and Johnny agreed to like help him train and stuff. I am interested to see what Gibbsy does with his future. I'm also interested, sorry, my voice. I'm also interested in Gibbsy and Huey, and if Huey ever comes around to Gibbsy and Claire, like, I'm sure he will, because I'm pretty sure Gibbsy and Claire end up together. Like, they have to, right? But his book isn't for a while, so I shouldn't be thinking about it yet, because Joey is next. And I am also very excited to learn about Joey and Eva. I'm so excited about that. I've heard those books are super heavy though, like depressing heavy. Even more so than Binding and Keeping 13, which is crazy. It's understandable because, like, obviously Joey took on raising his family. But yeah, that's all. That's all the updates I have for now. Their dad handed himself in. Oh my god. I love Joey. Oh my god, he has to be so strong for them. I could never. Okay, Joey and Shannon are like, why did he do this? Why did he turn himself in? Like, there has to be some reason that benefits him. Maybe he felt guilty, I offered weakly. You need to possess a conscience to feel guilt, Joey shot back. He lacks one of those. Yeah, their father wrote them all letters. He's at a treatment center. This man needs to go to jail. Treatment centers are great resources. They are great. But like, this man needs some damage. He needs to experience a bad time, at the very least. The judge consented to his bail on the grounds that he completes a 30-day treatment plan, complies with the no contact order, and shows up to court in November. And November is months away. So he's just gonna be free until November. Great. Happy Thursday. I've been reading a little bit here and there. I had a really busy day today, so I did not read much today, but I'm 47% of the way through. I'm on page 305, and I'm about where I stopped last time. I think it was exactly 50% where I left off, or maybe it was 53% or something like that where I stopped reading, so I'm around that part now. Sorry, my hand says okay. My boyfriend wrote that on there. So I'm about where I left off last time. Shannon just went to Johnny's house and they had a little bit of a time, and now Johnny is bringing her back home. It's when she gets all dressed up in the red halter dress and everything, and he gets dressed up and they are gonna go out on a date, but then Shannon's like, no, let's just go to your house. And now Johnny is dropping her off at her house, and there are crazy sounds going on inside the house, and Johnny is gonna walk her to the door because he's scared. Johnny is chewing her mother out. You have the gall to be mean to her while you're off your face on tablets with 3 small children upstairs. You're a disgrace, Johnny says. You coming in, or are you just gonna stand there leaving the cold out? Joey says. And Johnny says, it's the heat out. And Joey goes, maybe in your house. Ugh. I hate this. Why is her mom so obsessed with Johnny being too old for her when he's 17 and she's 16? Every time Johnny is mentioned, she's like, he's too old for you, and everybody else is like, no, he's not. Lizzie just, like, was calling Gibbsy stupid and stuff. He said, oh, it astounds him that Lizzie was able to find 2 decent girls to be friends with her. And Lizzie was like, astounds you? Can you spell that even? Gibbsy, like, got really upset and walked away, and Johnny was like, he's dyslexic. Don't be mean. You just made him feel about 2 feet tall in front of half the school. Poor guy. Lizzie is kind of mean sometimes, and I know she's Shannon's friend, and I know she's good to Shannon, but, like, why does she hate Gibbsy so much? Because, like, their arguments haven't been anything real that I remember. Like, their arguments aren't anything that's, like, valid. Like, why is she mad that he can't spell astounds? Why is she just calling him stupid for no reason? Shannon said that Lizzie starts all the arguments. Like, why is she doing that? As soon as I said that, we're getting some backstory on why Lizzie is mean and angry. She says, I'm just so angry all the time, it won't stop. Her sister's anniversary. Gibbsy isn't Mark. Who is Mark? Should I know Mark from the first book? I think we're about to find out what happened to Lizzie's sister. My questions just keep getting answered. Oh man! Never mind. Gibbsy is like, I just felt sorry for her about her sister. Talking about Lizzie, obviously, and Johnny's like, what happened with her sister? And Gibbsy's like, I'm sworn to secrecy, I'm not supposed to tell you. And Johnny's like, no, tell me. And then Gibbsy's like, no, you really don't want to know. And Johnny's like, yeah, you're right, I've got too much going on already. So I don't think we're gonna know about it yet. But I don't think I'm supposed to know about it either. I think it's supposed to be like a thing I find out along with the characters. I think I made it to 50%, which is page 334. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm gonna stop for tonight because I'm really tired. Like I said, I had a long day today. I got up early this morning and then I had to work. Johnny just started teaching Shannon how to drive in his like driveway, and that was fun to read because my boyfriend taught me how to drive, and it was kind of the same scenario where it was like I was really nervous at first and I was like, help me, I can't do it, and then I did it and I was like, oh, this is easy. And that's kind of what Shannon did as well, so that was sweet. I'm worried about Johnny and like his rugby career because I know he wants to like level up, and I think that's still the plan because that's been like his dream since he was a kid. But I'm worried about him leaving Shannon because he keeps mentioning like, I'm keeping you, Shannon, and he was mentioning like in 5 years time that they'll still be together basically, and Shannon was like, oh, you said we'll still be together in 5 years. But I'm assuming they will be. I'm assuming they will figure out a way to make rugby work and stay together. I hope he doesn't give up his dreams because that would be sad. I would be disappointed if he gives up his dreams for her because, you know, obviously they're in love and I believe that and everything, but like they're still so young, so like he needs to make sure he's still doing everything he wants to do in life, as well as be in a relationship with her. So I'm hoping that's the case. Good night. I leave for work in like 5 minutes, but I'm reading a little tiny bit before I leave. I haven't had time to read all morning. I woke up at like 1 p.m. and I had to go to the grocery store this morning. I had to shower this morning. I obviously had to eat breakfast this morning, so like I have not had time to read yet again. I'm just reading a little bit now, but anyway, Shannon and Johnny were at his house. It's the same day that he taught her how to drive in his driveway. Darren just showed up at Johnny's house asking where his sister is, and she's there, obviously. So I'm just gonna read that and let you guys see my reaction because I'm scared. I need moral support sometimes while I'm reading, so bear with me. Oh no. He said we need to talk, it's important. I'm scared. My brother's gaze flicked from me to Johnny and then back to me before he blew out a harsh breath. It's Dad. No. He was released from Brickley House today. No! No! No, please tell me you're joking. Tell me you're joking. No offense, Johnny, but it's a private matter. Is it? Is it really? Johnny is your sister's, like, entire support system, besides Johnny. I mean, besides Joey. Can't speak. Just like, he's gonna know anyway because Shannon's gonna tell him, so like just let him be there. I don't know, like, what's the problem? Whether you like it or not, I'm her fella, and if she's in danger, then I want to know about it. I can help. And he has a lawyer father. Like, why would you not want him to help? You know what I mean? Like, why would you not want him to be a part of it, since he has like power, he has money, he has a dad that can help, he's strong himself and can help. I don't think she should go home, Johnny was quick to say. Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh, this sucks. My God. Shannon goes, I don't want you to see me fall apart all the time, and Johnny says, well, you don't have a choice, he replied, turning me around and pulling me into his arms, because I'm not leaving you. I want them to just be okay for like 2 seconds. Is that so much to ask? When I caved, when I finally crumbled, it was into him. I broke down. I absolutely lost it right there in Johnny's sitting room. I didn't want to have a conversation. I just wanted to cry. Johnny didn't ask any questions. He didn't say a word. Instead, he kept his arms wrapped around my body, holding me close as my life fell down around me. And now I have to go to work, pretending like everything's okay in the world. I just want to keep reading, but like I said, like I literally can't. I don't have time. It's fine. I'm gonna go to work. I'll probably be up late tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow. It's after midnight, so I'm gonna count this as the next day, but it's still nighttime. It's 12:16 a.m., so it's technically the next day. Oh my God, I'm scared. I say that every time I film a clip, but it's just true. I'm constantly afraid that her father's gonna come back in the picture, and I think it's happening. We were leaving the cinema when it happened, when I saw him. He's sitting in a car with a woman. Oh no. Johnny's going towards the car that her dad's in. No, Shannon, don't get out of the car. Just stay in the car. No, Shannon, don't do it. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Oh, if my father hit Johnny, what would he do? Would he break up with me? No, he wouldn't. He's beating him up. Johnny is beating him up. Blood everywhere. He says, I'm your daughter's boyfriend and I've been dying to meet you. Gibbsy walks over and says, you need to walk away, Johnny. And Johnny goes, back up, I'm not done. And holding his hands up, Gibbsy nodded and stepped back. He's like, okay, fair enough. Johnny went to Shannon's house to pick her up, but she's not home. And nobody should be home, but there's movement in the windows. Johnny is getting out of his car and hanging up the phone with Shannon. He said, I'm just heading home now, so I'm going to have to hang up, but he's actually walking to her house as we speak. Also, I wanted to mention it's very cute that whenever Johnny's about to call Shannon, Shannon calls him. I think that's very sweet. That's happened twice now, I think. Sean. I think it's just the kids and their mom is in bed and hasn't gotten up yet, so it's not the dad, thank God. Ollie goes, I'm hungry and we didn't have dinner because we don't know about the cooker. Stop, I'm gonna cry. Just imagining these little kids not knowing how to cook dinner and being hungry. Johnny says, hey, you know what I really like? McDonald's. Do you want to go? He's gonna take them to McDonald's. Oh, even Tyg's excited. Tyg goes, can I drive now? And Johnny says, no, I already told you. I'm loving this dynamic. I am. I did not get to this part when I first read this book. I'm 60% of the way in now. Johnny brought the kids to his house and his mom treated them like the little kings they are and gave them cake and ice cream and stuff, and she was like crying because she could tell how like scared they were of new people, especially Johnny's dad, because he's like a tall man and they're literally scared of grown men because the one grown man they've known is their father, and he treated them terribly, obviously, so they are just scared of adult men, and so they were like really hesitant about Johnny's dad. His mom started crying because she could like tell that they were scared, and it made her sad, and it made me sad. I started tearing up too, honestly. Johnny's mom and dad were having a private conversation while the kids were there, and they wouldn't tell Johnny anything about it, and I'm thinking they're literally gonna adopt the kids. Like, I'm thinking that's what it's gonna be, or like they're gonna find some kind of arrangement, or maybe they'll foster them, something. Like, I'm thinking something is gonna happen, and that's what that conversation was about. I'm hoping, I hope so, because those kids deserve so much better. They need new parents. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, they just do. So I think it would be really cool if Johnny's parents were able to take them in. I had forgotten or didn't realize or something that Johnny was only going to be away for a month of the summer. If he makes it onto that squad that he wants to be on, it's gonna be fine. I have a feeling he's gonna make it. He's gonna be gone for a month, but they're still gonna call all the time, and then he'll come back and it'll still be fine. So disregard everything I said about being worried about him leaving. I was thinking it was gonna be for way longer, like years. I guess I forgot that it was only a month. I just read through chapter 50, no, 60, and I'm on page 450. It's 3 in the morning. I'm 69% of the way into the book, and I wanted to make it to 70, but I ended on chapter 60, or I read through chapter 60, so I stopped at 61, and that's good enough of a stopping point for me. So, oh, Bella just bullied Shannon, wrote on her face in lipstick, smeared tuna on her school uniform, and Shannon called Joey to pick her up, and he beat Cormac, who Bella was walking out of the school with, and Aoife beat Bella. That's fine with me. Obviously Bella's terrible and she deserved to be punched a few times. Good morning, I just woke up and I'm gonna read a little before I get out of bed. Joey's being taken away in handcuffs after the whole fight with Bella and Cormac. Darren likes Johnny now. Yay! I think I'm just gonna be in bed reading all day, which is great, but maybe I can finish this book today. It says I have 5 hours left. I don't know how accurate that is, but we'll see. But I think Johnny's mom is gonna take the kids in, or she's trying to, because she says there's 5 of them and broken, bent, or out of shape. I want them all. And then Johnny realizes she's talking about Shannon's brothers, so that's exciting. Shannon and Johnny will be siblings though. But it's not like that, obviously. She applied to foster them the day after she found Shannon and Joey in their house. That was so long ago. She didn't even know the little kids then, and she was already like, yeah, I'll take them. She's the best. Wow. See, I thought this might happen. I said earlier, like, I hope she's able to help them in some big way, because, like, she's a great mom, and she could really help them have a good support system. The children need to be given the opportunity to just be children. Their mother can't do that for them, and the system can't promise to keep them all together, but we can. And they're being so good to Johnny too. They're like, we're not gonna do anything unless you say it's okay. We won't do this without your blessing. They're such good parents. Terrible, horrible news. Joey just left. He just walked out. He's been expelled from school because of the whole fight with Bella and everything. Well, he didn't fight Bella, but you know what I mean. That whole thing, and he's just completely lost it. Back on drugs, all of that. And he left the house, he left his girlfriend. He's like, I'm leaving, bye. And Darren's going to find him. So right now, Shannon and all her siblings, besides Joey and Darren, so all her younger siblings and her mom are home alone. Her dad's here. I read ahead a little bit. Like at the very bottom of the page, I see Dad stepped into the garden. I saw that, and because I had a feeling he was gonna show up since, you know, her older brothers are gone. I was like, it's gonna happen now, isn't it? Hello, Shannon, he says. Go away. Get out of here. I live here, remember? No, you don't. I hope Johnny shows up or something. Like, something needs to happen, please, because why? Like, why? Why now? Why couldn't it have been when Joey, Darren, or Johnny were around? Or Johnny's dad? I'm not going to hurt you anymore. Yeah, right. Good girl, Shannon, I'm not going to hurt you. Go on up to bed now and close your eyes. Everything will be better in the morning. This is so sad. She's blocking her door with her dresser. There's too much. It's too much. I can't. She's calling Johnny. Good. He's on his way. I knew it was selfish to call him in the middle of the night and drag him from his bed. Girl, you're fine. Are you kidding? The man that almost murdered you, who also is your father, is in your home right now, and you're so scared that you're blocking the door with your dresser. You can call him. It's fine. Shannon snuck out with Johnny, and Johnny is now sneaking through the house trying to get the kids. I am stressed out. Tig says, we don't know for sure if it's him, and Ollie goes, he's got the funny voice, Tig. It's him. Tig is wanting their mom to come with them, and Johnny's promising them that he'll go back for their mom after he gets them safe at his house. So I'm wondering if he really will, or if he's just saying this to get them out of the house. There was a fire at the Lynch house, and I believe Shannon's mom and dad are dead, and now Johnny is blaming himself because he didn't make her mother leave with him. But I don't think I mentioned this, but I mean, you know this if you've read the book, but like Shannon's mom saw Johnny taking the kids and was like, go, take them. Like she was mouthing to him, like, get them out, take them. And Johnny, like, eventually they were able to have like sort of a conversation, him and Shannon's mom, and Johnny was like, come with us, you can come too, like we can just leave him here, like we can go, you can come with us. And Shannon's mom was like, no, it's okay, just take the kids, keep them safe. Now she's dead because of a fire, and now I know he was pouring alcohol everywhere, I think is what was happening. I think he was pouring alcohol everywhere so that the house would go up in flames faster, and he poured so much alcohol on the little baby, Sean. Like, Sean was drenched in alcohol, and Johnny's mom had to scrub it off of him in the shower, or in the bath. Insane. I'm thinking he might have like purposefully doused Sean in alcohol because maybe he doesn't like Sean or something. I mean, he doesn't like any of them clearly because he's terrible to them, or he was, but well, no, he still is because he lit the house on fire thinking all the kids were in it. So, and now poor Johnny is blaming himself for not making Shannon's mom leave the house while he was there. At least the kids are safe. Wow, it was set minutes after he got out with the kids. And Shannon's dad didn't know that he was taking the kids. Like, only Shannon's mom knew. And they're safe now. They're at Johnny's house now. Like, just when you think it can't get any worse, it just keeps getting worse. I don't know where Joey is still. And Darren. I'm 76% of the way in, by the way, page 499. Quick little update. I'm on chapter 73, so I just finished 72, and it says I have 3 hours and 3 minutes left in the book. I'm 83% of the way through. I would finish it tonight, but I have to be up early tomorrow for work, or I have to be up at 10, so like decently early. The last chapter was about Shannon's parents' funeral. It was pretty sad, but it's endearing seeing Ollie and Sean with Johnny's parents. Like, especially this one scene, Ollie starts crying at the funeral, and instead of running to Joey or Shannon, he runs to Johnny's dad. And I just thought that was so precious, so sweet. Of course, devastating that he was crying and then he was at his parents' funeral at his young age, but like the fact that he ran straight to Johnny's dad, like he feels comfortable with him now is great. And it's great for Shannon too, because she doesn't have to take on the responsibility of being like their parental figure anymore. Same with Joey, but he's going away to a treatment facility for his addiction, so he'll be away for the summer. So like it would have all fallen on Shannon, and since her younger brothers are now so comfortable with Johnny's parents, she can like be a normal teenager and like go out and have fun and not be so worried about them all the time, which is great. She knows they're in good care now. It's also good that Joey's getting help now for his addiction. He signed himself up for the treatment facility, so that's awesome that he's like signing himself up for that and wanting to do that himself. It's looking like things are gonna go up from here. I can't really see anything else super devastating happening. Johnny had his little tryout thing to try and make the squad, so hopefully he gets that. Things are looking good. I don't know. I mean, of course, like we just had her parents' funeral. That was not good. That is very sad. But like nothing can get worse than that. So like it's only gonna go up from here, I feel like. Maybe not though. Could be wrong. Yay! Johnny got 2 call-ups, U20s and senior. I'm assuming that's great news. I don't really know what those words mean, but I'm happy for him. I also wanted to mention the fact that I'm loving that Darren and Joey have become close again. That's been good, because I really never thought it would happen. I'm definitely gonna finish the book tonight. I'm on page 609, and I have an hour and 18 minutes left in the book. I'm on chapter 79. Johnny is officially gone now. Shannon's been very supportive the whole time, which is great. Of course, everyone's missing him, but they're just watching his games and stuff, and I think he's coming home soon, so. That's all the updates I think I have for now. Shannon moved in with Johnny's parents, and the other kids also moved in, so everything's going well there. Oh, also Johnny built a tree house for the kids. Well, he like refurbished his treehouse from when he was a kid. Him, Gibbsy, Feely, and Huey all worked on that treehouse for those kiddos. I thought that was so sweet of them. Kids are going to therapy, which is great. Shannon included. She's doing a lot better. It's coming to an end. I'm kind of sad about it, but I know I'll see them in the future books as well, but like this is it for Johnny and Shannon. Also, I think Lizzie and Feely might end up together. She's been like blushing around him and stuff. They always sit together, and they walked away together when Gibbsy almost drowned, which I didn't mention that, but I don't feel like I need to. I don't know. I'm sure will come up in his book that he has like issues with water and stuff. His whole family apparently drowned, or his dad and his sister I think drowned in front of him, and so he has trouble with water, and he almost drowned when everybody went camping, and Lizzie pushed him in. Feely walked her away and was like, let's cool down, let's talk for a minute. They're not going to be mad at you when we get back, because she has her own issues, and everybody knows that. They don't know why she gets like angry so quickly, but she does for some reason, and I'm sure that'll come up if she has a book. Does she have a book? I don't know. So that whole thing happened, and I don't know, I feel like Lizzie and Feely will end up together, so. Feely's awesome, by the way. He seems like such a calm and collected person. Like, he is always breaking up fights. He is always just the one with like the most level head, if that makes sense. Okay, I keep reading now. I finished it. I think there's a bonus scene though in the paperback, so I'm gonna check that. Yeah, there is. Making good decisions, and it's in Johnny's POV. So I'm gonna read that real quick. I am officially done. I read through the bonus scene at the end, and it's kind of sad that that's not in the Kindle version. I guess it makes sense, but wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm not gonna talk to you about the whole book until tomorrow when I've like slept on it and collected my thoughts a little bit. I just feel like so many things, oh my god, so many things, so many things happened in this book. She almost died at the beginning. She almost died. And then so many things happened since then. It's hard to fathom in these pages. All of that happens. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed soon and I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. I wanna cry. Why do I wanna cry? Like, I'm sad that it's over. I've slept on it, I've thought about it, I haven't stopped thinking about it. Chloe Walsh really does something with this series and with these characters. She makes you feel them so deep in your heart, and like, I will never forget them. Of course, I'm excited to move on in the series, but I'm gonna miss being in Johnny and Shannon's POVs so much. I'm never gonna like read what they are feeling anymore. Like, I'll be reading what other people are feeling now, you know? So it's sad that I'm moving on from them after being with them for like 1,200 pages or something, but it's okay. I'm excited to move on to Joey and Eva, and we left off on some great notes with Keeping 13. I was right about Johnny's parents taking in the kids, and I'm so glad I was right about that. They never have to worry about their dad coming back anymore. Johnny decided to wait a year to make the decision on whether or not he wanted to be on the Dublin team, and I know I said many times in this video that I was worried he wasn't going to follow his dreams, but I'm glad he made that decision to wait a year, because both him and Shannon, both obviously for very different reasons, grew up too fast and didn't really have like a full childhood and teenage experience, and so now they're getting that in the next year, and he doesn't have to worry yet about his future. And I think that's a really good decision for him and Shannon to just take some time and be kids, be teenagers. Joey came back. He is at Tommen now, so that's awesome. I think Johnny's dad probably played a part in getting him that spot, but he's shown growth as well. Obviously he went to the treatment facility and everything, so I'm very excited for him to be finishing out his schooling, because I know he really wanted to. He just felt like he couldn't. He felt so discouraged when he was expelled from his other school. He got back into drugs and everything, but as I said, he signed himself up for the treatment facility and everything, and really wanted to be better. And I'm so glad he's getting better, and he's going back to school. He's gonna have a future, and I knew he would. I knew he could. But yeah, I'm very glad he's doing better. I hope we also get to see the kids in the future books, because I've grown to love them and their dynamic with Johnny and his parents. So I hope we get to see them in the future. I think overall I'm gonna rate the book 4 stars. I don't think I rated Binding 13, but I rated it 4 stars as well. I don't think I mentioned that in the video, but both of them are 4 stars. Not 5 stars, because I don't really know. I'm very picky about my 5-star reads, and it just has to give me this like feeling that I didn't get when reading these two, but that's okay. Like, they're still great reads. 4 stars is still great. So I didn't hate the books by any means. I really loved them, actually. Most books that I read are 4 stars or less, so I promise you it's not personal at all. I just didn't get the 5-star feeling. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I can't explain it to you. After finishing Keeping 13, I went right into Saving 6. A couple hours later, I started this book, and I'm about 10% of the way through already, so there will be a reading vlog for this one as well, and maybe the future books as well. Who knows what'll happen, but definitely that one. I've already started the reading vlog and everything, so look out for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, especially the person that commented on my Binding 13 reading vlog. I hope you see this. I hope you are content with the content that I gave you in this video, and I'm so sorry again for not making this video sooner, but yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.